as you probably already know, interest rates are negotiable. It's something that you can actually fight for when you're purchasing a house or purchasing a car. Banks have this kind of interval with interest rates, and if you kind of understand where it is and you make a really solid offer, it's something that can be negotiated. So one thing in finance is we find the annual percentage yield. Okay? And what that is, basically, it's a simple interest rate that will produce the same amount in future value in 1 year. So like, let's say you have $5,000 to invest. Excuse me. And you have an interest rate and you have 5 years to invest it and you get a future amount. Well, the annual percentage yield is a different interest rate that will give you the same future amount that you had if you had 5 years. Of course, it's probably going to be a lot higher, but it's a negotiating point. It's somewhere to start off with. And so there's a formula for it. APY, annual percentage yield, equals 1 plus R over M to the M power minus 1. Okay, this is what you see in your book. I still like R over N raised to the NT minus 1, where N is the number of times compounded, like monthly is 12, quarterly is 4, and T is how many years. And then also, if the principal is invested compounded continuously, then APY equals E to the R minus 1. Okay, so again, it's compounded continuously, compounded everything else. Okay, so let's say we want to know what's the API. For money invested at each rate. So first, let's just do 8% compounded monthly. Okay, so I'm going to have APY equals, open parentheses, 1 plus R over N. Well, now remember rate. I have to move it over twice, so my rate is going to be 0.08. N, compounded monthly, so that's 12, raised to the NT. But remember, it's just going to be 12 because T is always 1. It's 1 year. We're trying to find the percentage rate that will give me the same future value in 1 year, minus 1. When I compute this, I get 0.08299995. Let's say I wanted to round to 3 decimal places. Remember, I have to move this over twice. So that's 299. I look after and I see that's a 9. So all of these are going to go up. So my final answer is 8.300%. Okay, now you try one. Let's say that I want 9% compounded continuously. Okay, 9% compounded continuously. Find me the APY for that. So go ahead and pause it, work it out, and then come back and see how it's the answer. All right, since it's compounded continuously, we're going to PERT. As y'all know, I like E to the RT minus 1 equals your APY. But remember, T is just 1. If we were talking about APY, which is where we got the formula E to the R minus 1. So you should have E, the rate, we're changing it to 0.09. So 0.09 minus 1, and I get 0.094174. Okay, if I'm going to round to 3 decimal places, first I have to change it to a percentage. So I'm going to move it over. 3 decimal places after, that's a 4, so I'm going to leave it the same. So it's going to be 9.417%. And there's your answer. All right, I hope these examples are helpful. Go ahead and try your homework, and let me know if you have any questions.